Hello, everybody, and welcome to the L.O.V. Legacy Hour chat. Well, it's Sunday, 3 p.m. As I promise every week, Saturdays and Sundays are very special to me and to all of us who actually have the opportunity to enjoy the company, enjoy the guests that we have, and we've definitely have. Oh, what a show today is going to be! You know, these are special people, wonderful friends, and they're still so involved in the industry, keeping the music alive, bringing us joy, and no pun intended on that one, because I have Joy Dorris and Rob Hubertz offline, ladies and gentlemen, today. But I wanted to just read something important to you guys, if you don't mind. Lime is a synthpop group from Montreal, Canada. Their group was composed of husband and wife Denis and Denyse LePage. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the right name, my apologies. They released their debut album, Your Love, in 1981. The title track became a number one dance hit in the United States and was featured in the 1982 movie Summer Lovers. You're My Musician was also a big dance hit. Lime 2 was released in 1982 and gave us one of their best known hits, Babe, We're Gonna Love Tonight. We're all familiar with subsequent hits, Guilty, Angel Eyes, My Love, Unexpected Lovers, Gold Digger, and Cutie Pie. Denis and Denyse LePage were divorced in 1988. Denis LePage teamed up with several vocalists for the final Lime project. Two younger singers, Joy Dorris and Chris Marsh, were chosen to tour and appear as Lime. Later, Rob Hubertz will replace Chris Marsh. Joy and Rob continue to appear today, and they still continue to bring you so much energy to that stage. The Legends of Vinyl organization are proud to honor, were proud to honor a few years ago, Joy and Rob with their first Legacy Award presented to artists who continue to keep their legacy of the original artist alive. And ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed my pleasure to bring to you Rob Hubertz and Joy Dorris, which they are now on the screen. My friends, hey, how you guys doing? Oh man, I'm doing great today. I gotta tell you, I have a big smile from ear to ear because I have two people who I've been so fond of. How can I say, one of your fans. I'm definitely so happy because I seen your work, and you guys continue to strive to continue to perform. You guys performed last night at a private event, and you went up and about. You are, and you ready to be with us. Thank you so much. I mean, really appreciate it. And I say, with a toast to you guys, an excuse to have another drink. There you go, Rob. There you go. So thank you and welcome to the L.O.V. Legacy Hour chat, guys. It is, I call you guys because I know that you're so relevant to this industry, and we have so much to talk about. We need to tell the audience all about the person, because a lot of people are, you have a lot of loyal following. People love you. People, you can feel really everywhere you go is packed, and no reason why not. I mean, you guys do a magnificent job. I want to start with Joy. I'm sorry, Rob, but I need to start with Joy. What I read before is so important. It's so important to all of us because we need to be informed and to tell it like it is. And I have been so supportive because I did my research, and my research it speaks for itself. I mean, we all can find that out. I mean, it's just the way it is. You spent so many years representing this, and you were chosen. You were chosen to do this. And I am so honored and proud to know you and to follow you. Please take us back a little bit to those days that 30 plus years. I mean, come on, that's a lifetime, and everybody. So please, Joy.
I'm going to start not admitting how many years ago. Actually, it was the summer of 1983 that I was asked, along with Chris, to step into representing Lime.
Right.
There were decisions made between Denis and Denyse on the label that I was not a part of or privy to, that they were not going to be touring Denis and Denyse. They were removing them, and the label stepped in, bought their rights, and all that kind of stuff that had nothing to do with me. All I know is that Chris and I were put with the New York management, publishing company in New York, and we stepped in. We went over to Europe first for about 2 months. We kind of really got our set together, and we had our first official show in the United States. I have the poster up on my wall. Was October 30th of 1983, and it was billed on the poster as the American debut of Lime. It was a relaunching. Debut of Lime. It was a relaunching, I suppose, and it was at the Saint in New York City, which was a huge 5,000 capacity club, and it was packed, and it was one of the most memorable nights I have in over 30 years of history. And from there, it just kept snowballing. And at one point, we had partner changes, and then Rob and I have been together now for what we figured out like 15 years. Rob, we were talking the other day. Yeah.
15. Yeah. Rob, you know something, my friend, when I see you standing on the stage, the two of you impact immediately. The audience go bananas. I mean, you definitely have some serious fans out there. You walk there and you always have a hat on, and then you start to flip them, the little things out there, and you have this magnetism for the ladies, obviously, and everybody who is in this place. Tell us a little bit about who Rob Hubertz is.
Who is Rob Hubertz?
I'm thinking, and I want to hear this.
Ooh, this is your life, by the way.
Glasses on. I want to hear.
Well, let's see. Who am I? I would say most of my roots I grew up mostly on more leaning towards rock and roll and everything else. Which the original voice, I believe, when I first heard a lot of this material, when I heard Denis's voice, I always felt he had, although it was dance and obviously disco or freestyle, whatever way you want to categorize it, he had an edgy voice with some grasp in it, and it had a rock and roll feel to it. So it was a pretty easy voice for me to do. You know what I mean? When I had to fill in that spot there, it wasn't something out of my range or anything else like that. It was something I was a little more familiar with. And the songs have so much energy as a whole by themselves at all. And just to come, when you feel that energy and everything, now that beat kicks in and everything, you have nothing left in you but to push out that energy.
Yeah.
As far as the original meeting, we spoke basically with on Sal's Drive-By show, and really I've left out something on that. I mean, I did say it was a bad bet, and then I had to either this or cut Joey's lawn for 10 years, so it worked out better.
He said that. He lost a bet.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, we had a mutual friend, Bobby Johnson, who was Joy's manager for years when she was out doing it. And when they were looking for somebody else to fill, when she started coming back out like 15 years ago when that started, he approached Joy about getting me on board.
Right.
About it. Kind of a funny story. The first show we did was in Miami Airlines Arena, and she never even heard me sing before. We literally never got together. It wasn't an official audition. Everything was like a time thing. I just had to jump in and do it. So
Right.
the first time she could hear my voice was the first time in front of, I don't know how many thousands of people were at that show. It was a huge show. Miami Airlines Arena is a large venue there. So
Yeah.
Luis,
Sure. Yes.
this is really real. Nobody has ever heard that. But the first time Rob and I met was on the security line at the airport, flying down for a sold-out gig at the American Airlines Arena.
Wow.
And we had to take our shoes off to go through security, and I literally, the top of my head was hitting his armpit. and that was our first show. And I remember being so nervous at sound check that the promoter actually asked me if I was okay, because I was like, oh my God, what did I do? I was relying on Bobby. What if he's an idiot? Like, what did I do?
You don't know.
Right, and when the opening bars of Babe We're Gonna Love Tonight hit, I swear to you, he ran on that stage like a bullet was fired out of a gun, and it was like, I was like, oh my God, this is it. And we had such a blast, and we've worked together nonstop ever
So
since.
that chemistry was instantaneously. I mean, it worked out, and it was meant to be.
Yeah.
That's just the way I see it, because when I stand on the sidelines, and I had the good fortune to be behind the stage and watch everything, I see that immediately. You guys are a team,
Yeah.
and that's
There's
what
trust.
is just completely. And that's a lot of people need to learn about being a team, working together. It comes across. People can actually see that immediately, and it's something to admire. Okay, something to admire. Because when you guys prepared, and I watch everything. I'm a producer, so I can actually see detail. A lot of people don't see. I see detail, and I stand on the sidelines and I watch everything. And I see what you guys go through mentally wise, how you meant to prepare. Then you go on, and a mushroom cloud comes on, and boom, there you are. And then you come out over the stage, and it's the same thing. I mean, it's just the same. Help each other together. Wonderful show, and so on. How do you guys keep up with it? I still don't know. I get tired watching you guys. The energy that you portrayed, I'm sorry. No, it's true. Because, I'm a lot older than you guys, but the fact is that routine to be on the stage, and you jumping, and you going from one end to the stage to another, depending on where you are, but still you move around, whether it's a 4x8, you guys managed to make it work for you. I love that about you guys. I just love about that. And it takes a professional to really do that. But tell us, give me a little bit more about Rob. I am curious because you're rock and roll, and I'm rock and roll. My first love was rock and roll as well. Back in the 60s, we grew up with that, and that was my thing. A person with that background, you had that voice. You have the voice. Yeah, I mean, when you're on, you're on. A lot of people think that this is a record being played in the background, and you guys are just lip syncing. No, that's not what you guys do. I have been there. I have pressed the button for you guys to do the background and the whole stuff. I don't hear none of that. I can vouch for that. Okay, and you guys go on there and bang it. And how you really capture that voice, because it's a high pitched thing, and it's a graspy at the same time voice.
I would say not to actually belittle it, but like growing up with more of my rock and roll roots and stuff like that. And getting back to the energy portion you were talking about, I'm used to being out sometimes on stage with rock and roll bands and stuff like that for sometimes hours at a time. Our line set in general could get anywhere from like 25 minutes. Sometimes it could be as much as an hour. So when you know you got X amount of minutes out there, you want to make every minute count. So it's like if I could run around, I could run full sprint for 5 songs here, whatever we're going to do, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get that.
Yeah.
But yeah, your original question was about the vocals. The vocal part of it, like I said, I not to belittle the voice at all, but it was a lot more effortless for me, being I had a rock and roll background. Could sing songs like Led Zeppelin, height even into Michael tones and stuff like that,
right.
And then I could sound to like Frank Sinatra stuff if I had to.
But
he was down there on the register as far as tone wise, but then the growling, the rasp of it, definitely I feel came more natural from more being a rock and roll singer than.
I have to admit that it is not an easy thing to really sing those songs. It takes a certain level of vocal. Okay, Denis LePage has a pitch control that can break a glass, and Joy has that too. And to actually match that and to continue to do it, that, ladies and gentlemen, it is so awesome. All right, so awesome. So Joy, how do you prepare for that? How do you keep that your voice fresh? And because you have to really hit those notes as you always do.
Helium.
A bunch of years ago, I did. I'll smack him when I see him. A bunch of shows. I did a show in New York, and there was somebody from Billboard magazine who went up to my son, who was like, I don't know, 9 or 10 years old at the time, and said, "Does she sound like this at home?" And my son said, "Only when she's yelling at me," because when I go, that voice goes up. It's like I have a range. It's there. It's there for me. I tried. I don't drink. I'm kind of boring.
No, you're not boring. No, wait, hold. I've been there. We've both been together you're not boring in any way, shape, or form.
Thank you.
I love your company. I love to hang out with you. We really have a great time. I'm not saying who's boring, and no, I'm kidding, Rob. No, but he is so straight in many ways. He is. You stay your place. You go to the camera. You smile. You do your thing, but then family comes first. I admire that about you, Rob. He takes the first plane out, goes back to his family and his kids. I love that. I enjoy, not that we've been there, and I've been his face. I mean, oh my God. But we had a great time. You're not boring, honey. That's much. I'm sorry that I interrupted, but I need to let the world know she's not boring, and Rob is not boring either. He's just like the nightlife, if you know what I mean. So go on.
Well, I was just going to say, it's just a matter of, we take care of ourselves. We have to, otherwise we couldn't keep up the touring at the level that we've been, and without destroying our throats. So, silly things like no dairy, before a show, trying to get your rest, and like I said, tons of water. I always have water on stage with me, and I'm hydrating throughout the entire show.
Right.
So.
Right.
I like to hydrate with alcohol. That seems to work for me.
Water.
That's okay. Yeah, no, I do the same thing. I mean, I have water. Water is right here. I use a lot of water. I brush my teeth with it. It's recommended. And then what I do is just I come into sometimes I call Jack. Jack is not home, so I call Jim. Jim is there. And sometimes I call my friends from from Mexico, and I go like, "Hey guys, let's party." So
See,
it's
that's
all
my
good.
problem. I need friends. I need new friends. Is
No,
that it?
you got good friends, honey. Let me tell you, you
George,
get yourself a little bit more towards your center, Joy. Please, there you are. Perfect.
I'm always
I don't want to see. I don't want to see you out of a screen because you're
okay.
beautiful. You're beautiful
Yeah.
as you are, and there's a lot of things. We have a good crowd here right now. Sue Bell is there. Alma Gliano is there. Somebody
Woo!
says Ivy. Oh, Ivy is there. Says can't hear music. No, you're not gonna hear music today. We're gonna hear about Joy and Rob. Okay, Cindy Birmingham, talented guy. Talented guy. There you are. Alma Gliano. They co-wrote Break and Kathmandu. Yes, they did. That was their first record, mixed by a gentleman who will be with me as a guest next week. His name is Steve Thompson, multi platinum award winner. Maron, let me tell you, this man is unbelievable. Then and Dance Not Away by Vogue. Yes. Okay. So we do have some listeners over there, and so Joy, let's talk about because you have been busy, and I just got the news from a friend of mine in Wilton Manors, who basically you've been there. Now
Mm-hmm.
they opened the gates now, so now everything is going back to 2 a.m. during the week and
I
3 a.m. on the
yeah.
weekends. Bravo for them because it is important for us to go back. Social distancing is definitely there, but soon enough, I think we're going to go back to the entertainment industry needs this as soon as possible. We need it.
Yes.
We definitely. I have so many ideas. I need to produce something, or I go bananas. So, but you definitely go. Tell us what's in the future for line for you and Rob. What's up?
Well, before I say that, there was something that I wanted to say before when you were talking about everything that Denis and Denise LePage had done and created. When I was placed into this, I never met Denis or Denise.
Okay.
To this day, I've never met them. I've actually never had a direct conversation with either of them. But we've always been very, very proud. I've always been very proud from day one of my association with Lime. And you can pull up interviews that I've done from back in 1983, where we always paid great homage to them. And I think Denis, Denis especially is just such a musical genius, and all of the charts that he did, the violin string, he arranged and did the scores for, really incredibly talented and so ahead of his time. And so it's been so much fun and such an honor to have been put into this role that I've been blissfully enjoying since 1983. And so I wanted to say that.
And I think that you have made them proud because I know that you have made everybody who follow you and love you proud. Okay, you continue.
You know what is the best compliment, Luis? Honestly, the best compliment is Rob and I will go to a show, and that's always great. People show up, and that's great. But when we get asked back to that club a few months later, and the people there that night come back again because they loved the party that they had attended, if you know what I'm saying, a few months before, and they get on that Lime train with us and they keep coming back. That is like the greatest compliment. Rob and I, Rob is like me. We remember faces, we'll see, oh my God, they'll hit us up on Facebook, and that is just like the biggest compliment in the whole world for us.
Yeah, isn't that great that because you're up on the stage and you see people, you're watching, you're actually capturing everything there, and you're performing, and then you do another show, and then you saw 2-3 people there in the same day. You say, I remember that person there, and it is really a wonderful feeling, I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's the secret to our shows is that Rob and I have so much fun out there. It's not work. We have so much fun, and I think that comes across. And the more fun the audience is having, the more we're vibing off of them. Yeah. Right, Rob?
Yeah, it's definitely an energy thing that you feed off of the crowd, and the crowd give back to the crowd the same energy. That's what keeps the energy as a whole. You know,
Hmm.
it's
Wow,
always
wow, wow. I wish, I know that Jimmy Yu, just remember Jimmy Yu, my brother from another mother. Jimmy Yu is there. Sue Bell says, "Hi, Joy and Rob. Hope to see you soon." Oh, Richard Rich from Hunters, the DJ from Hunter, the
Love it.
best DJ in
love.
South Florida. I got to tell you. He was with me here, and yeah, there are a lot of DJs. I mean, I'm not. Come on, I don't mean this disrespect, but this gentleman, really, I have to tell you, he's, a DJ puts his everything, all his efforts out there, the talent in everything. So I have to give him the kudos to this young man, and and he says hi, by the way, and all of that. So I'm sure somehow or another, now that the things are changing, I hope I can get you guys down here somehow or another, because I have a few ideas. I wake up in the middle of the night like we all do and think, how would we reinvent the wheel? How do we do this? Because we are people who are used to producing, doing things. We're not lazy people. And I'm sure you guys can agree with that. We all need to bring the entertainment back everywhere. I talk to a lot of friends. So yeah, that's a beautiful thing. So tell me a little bit about what is in plan for 2021. If there is anything that you can share with us. I know Italy is up waiting for us to go up there.
That would be great.
Well, let's see. First of all, before the end of this year, we are tentatively, well, we are scheduled, but, it's been changed 3 times already with another show in Chicago. Rob and I have so many, we have so many tickets at this point, space banked with JetBlue, because we've
Wow.
had so many shows in Florida that were postponed, canceled. Now
Yeah.
we've got dates in March, and it's crazy. We have hopefully a pretty big show if they can do it at the Hard Rock in Atlantic City with the Jacksons.
Oh,
That
all right.
that's going to be a lot of fun. This is the second
March.
festival for the show, or third. I don't know. So we're hoping that we can do it.
Wow. Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, Rob. We need to keep our fingers crossed for that. That's a huge show. And
I
I
don't
wish I could go and see that. I mean, somebody out there, can you get me a ticket so I can go there? Um, yeah.
There are,
So go ahead, Rob. I'm sorry.
no, I was saying I don't think any one particular thing has been really affected as much as the entertainment during this whole thing. They are definitely. I don't want to belittle anybody else's,
Right.
areas, because everybody is definitely lost. But you're talking about dead silence between even bars that have entertainment and things like that. All
Yeah.
that industry is crippled by this
Totally.
scenario.
Totally
So
crippled.
hopefully we're
It's so widespread too, because it's not just the artists, it's the sound and the lighting guys and the valet parking guys and the little place that serves food that's open really late next to the venue. It's like, there's such a snowball effect of so many people that are really affected by, the way entertainment
Well,
has shut down.
like I always say from the beginning, the very, very beginning of the Legends of Vinyl, we need to acknowledge everybody, because it takes a small army of people to put
Yes, it
that
does.
artist on the stage,
Mhm.
from the sound, the lights, and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
And a lot of people forget about that. People just, it's a visual thing. They just wanted to see the show. The show is fantastic, but they don't know that behind the scenes there's a crew.
Yeah.
There's a crew doing all
Yeah.
of that, the anticipation, the production, and so on and so forth. And I have to always remind people that we need to pay respect to everyone who is really making it happen for it. It takes, like I say, a small army. And I can't wait for 2021. We have a lot of people to pay respect to. If we all know a lot of people that will be with us. I hope to dear God that 2021 in September. That is, we already planning Philadelphia for the early spring
Oh,
to go to Philly, back to Philly, yeah. And we already have, I'm producing that already. But most importantly is the New York event. We have a list of people like Candy State probably may be with us. Gene Carn is Unlimited Touch. Um, we have the Ingram brothers from way back in the day. Barbara Ingram also was part of that family. Incredible talent, and I have to let it out. I have to let everybody know that our icon of the year for 2020, which now is 2021, is Earl Young, the icon of the year.
wow! Yay!
Isn't that
That's
great? Because this man is, I got to be honest with you, he's the creator of the disco beat, and so many people don't know that. He's got that down, no problem. So aside from that, there's so many other people that I can't remember that because I'm having a senior moment right now, and I can't freaking remember shit. I gotta be honest with you. Okay, but this is what's going on for 2021. On top of that, we remember a lot of the people that we have lost. We have lost a lot of people in 2020. 2020
well,
should be completely erased from history as such a negative freaking year.
it,
Rob, what's his name?
Huh? This is
Brandon.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was
How
Brandon.
old is he, Brandon?
Brandon's too.
Hey, there you guys, ladies and gentlemen. This is what Rob goes on the stage because of these beautiful kids.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hold on.
and because he loves what he does. But that's beautiful. That's a beautiful
And
thing.
Brandon.
And kids will do anything. Yes, I can see your nose, bro.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
that's true too. So,
Perfect song. We're going to be looking at Blippi. For a while.
so Joy,
No, no.
Yeah.
give me some more info about things that we haven't heard and things that you can only share with us. I promise you, it's not going to go anywhere else. This is private. This is just a whole group of people. Tell me.
I don't, you know what? I have to tell you, when it comes to Lyme and the whole history of Lyme and my involvement, I have always been a completely and totally open book and always told it like it was and how it was from the beginning. So I don't think that there's anything there that I can actually tell you that would be a news flash.
Okay.
Because we've always put out exactly who we are, what we do, what the past was, Rob's involvement. We've always put that all out there from day one.
Right. Mhm.
So none of that is really new. As far as anything that we're looking forward to doing, we're so looking forward to just being back out and being among our peers and our friends. And Luis, this is the first time I'm laying eyes on you in how long?
Yeah.
It's been 10
Yeah.
since I've been down in South Florida, which
Right.
is some kind of record. I don't think I've gone 10 months without being down in South Florida
Right.
in decades. We're
Sure.
down there. I have friends down there that are like family for me,
Right.
and perform down there so much. So I think that as far as look, what have we been doing? Rob's been getting to spend time with the babies and his wife. I've been enjoying my dog. And I tried to grow corn. It didn't work. There's a secret for you. I wouldn't put it. I
Yeah.
grew great mint though, but that was about it. And we're just all of us trying to stay in touch with everybody else, and because everybody's going through the exact same thing with the artists that we are, and I can tell you that everybody's feeling exactly the same way that we're all so anxious to get out. And as far as how many people we had to say goodbye to in 2020, I stopped counting. I hit 17 personal friends.
Wow.
And I stopped counting. And that was like 2 months ago. And it feels like we just lost somebody. Who did we lose? We just lost somebody 2 days ago. Now I'm having a senior moment. I can't remember her name.
Oh, jeez. You're talking to a senior, so forget about me.
Yeah, I can't name. I'm so sorry right now. It'll come back to me. But it's just been, practically every single solitary day, we're hearing about somebody else, and it's heartbreaking.
All kinds of people, producers, singers, Bonnie's one of the Pointer sisters, Bonnie Pointer, Jackie Moore, Betty Wright, and so many other people that they just cannot come into my mind. Wonderful, talented people, and they were really involved, still involved, because I remember Jackie. I was the one who brought Jackie to Miami to do her last practically show. And actually, no. After that, I think she went to New York to work for Michelle. And that's it. That was the end of it. And she was kind of concerned about certain things because we all getting old. I mean, we all have, in my case, I have a pacemaker and things like that. You believe I'm saying there's a pacemaker? Me? And so she had the same thing. And we always talked on the phone saying, how you doing? Instead of saying to ourselves, what's the next song? We're talking about what kind of medication are you taking? It is funny. But that's the way it works, And then Beta Wright, all of a sudden, boom, that's it. Young, still, I think. She was so wonderful, But we just have to pray to God that we are going to do our thing, continue to do our thing. We have Richie says, oh, no, never mind. I'm not going to say that. Mark Zimmer is with us. Tobin Mumber. Huh? Remember Tobin? I haven't seen Tobin in a long time. So they're there right now. So good. Hello, guys. How you doing? Hey. How you doing? If you have any questions for Rob and for Joey, please type it up because this is what it's all about. You want to know something about them? Please give us a little something there.
Hey, Luis, while we're waiting for something like that, I just want to say something. I think kudos to you and to everyone on the board of Legends of Vinyl. And I think that what you have put together is so incredible and so important. And it's really incredible to have the whole legacy of the industry in one place, the way you've done it, and the way you've united people. And brought people together. I because of you, I have reconnected with so many people, from decades ago that I lost touch with, and just everything you've done and the acknowledgement that some of these artists have been given, that was so long overdue. I just thank you.
Thank you so much. I love you for saying something so beautiful. I love you. Thank you so much. But I had to step to the plate, Joy. I grew up in this industry since 17 years old. I grew up in this industry. I just celebrated 50 years in this industry. And I seen the failures and all of these people trying to put organizations and things like this, and they failed miserably. All of these big shots, all of these big producers, they thought, but the main thing in their minds is money. And about a year or maybe a year and a half, and they go down in flames. And that's not what I do. I do something because it needs to be done. I need to say thank you. I've been successful all of my life. So I need to embrace everybody who's in the industry. I don't even know. 99.9% of these people, I have no idea who they are. But that doesn't stop me from saying thank you. And, you are great. And a lot of people say to me, but that's, you're saying he's great or she's great. I say, yes. What does that take out of me? Nothing. I already know who I am, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, to me, and so basically, we have grown. I'm in great company, like you always with you and everybody else. Great company. There are some of them there, no, but you find out real quick who they really are. I have to really give a shout out to someone very special. Her mom just passed. France Jolie's mom
I wanted
just
to bring
passed.
that up myself, but I'm glad you did
Yeah,
that.
I have to. The first message I had yesterday, no, the day before yesterday was, and she sent that message to me, and I contacted her immediately because she was supposed to be my guest next week, and I feel terrible. France, my condolences to you. We love you dearly. And I know that you sent me a text saying that you will be in touch as soon as you have your back into accordingly. So we all love her, right? We all send our condolences to her. And so I call another unbelievable person who I really we had an immediate connection was Christine Woodshire, and Christine is in Amsterdam. And I called Christine and I said, Christine, I said, Mario, how you doing? Are you? So I says, Christine, I need you to do me a favor and please, I need you as a guest. You were supposed to be later on, but I'm going to bring you forward as my guest. And she immediately said, absolutely. Christine, thank you so much for that. And she will be with us next week, as well as Steve Thompson. So this is what's going on with this radio, visual radio. And it's a small little thing, but you need to do baby steps before you go forward. And I make right now, as we speak, right now, we may have reached, we are about, wow, seven, not even seven, I mean, about 20 people left to hit 106,000 people to visit our visual radio, our legacy. So this is how good we are doing with the help of wonderful people that are next to me. They are, one of them is my tech guy, my friend, Ernie Lombardi, who is doing a magnificent job.
Good job, Ernie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I didn't know anything, guys. I didn't know anything about this radio thing.
Yeah.
320,
Like that stuff is impossible.
yeah, 320, high definition, visual radio. You need this, you need that. What the hell do I know? So so Ernie says, yo, let me handle this. Thank you so much. And it's all volunteer work, guys. This is the most beautiful thing, that you have friends that can come to your aid and said, I will help you because we believe in the vision that you have, the legends of vinyl is all about. So thank you, Ernie. Thank you, Al Magliano, Danny Pucciarelli, Izzy Sanchez, DC LaRue, Rob, and Joy, and so many other people. My God, I can't even think of so many people that have come forward for us. So yes, today we'll be hitting 106,000 people.
Very nice.
So
Wasn't it just Izzy's birthday?
was that
I said, wasn't it just Izzy's birthday? Like
2 days
the day
ago? 2 days ago.
birthday!
Happy birthday to Izzy. Yeah. No, he was on the air. He created this half an hour show called The Past, Present, and Future. You guys got it on Friday between 5:30 and 6. And he talks about all the things because he used to be in Atlantic Records. And so he brings all of the memories from back in the days. And he can really captivate you with all of the stories. And he is a funny dude. And I thank Izzy for bringing this. DC LaRue has a show of his own called called the Soundtracks of My Life. And he goes back and pays homage to his mom, his family, and he plays doo-wop. You guys know doo-wop. Come on, that's one of my favorite music. I mean, I grew up listening to doo-wop. So, that's the kind of stuff that we do. And right after this show, we have a show called El Flaco, who's supposed to be me back in the day. Flaco means skinny. Guys, do I look skinny to you now? No, I'm El Gordo. So, so now Pinky and I call El Flaco and Pinky. We go to track stores. So we do an hour show, and we play music, and we dissect it, and we do the feedback, and we say, well, this song is this, this song is that. So that's what we're doing. But I'm sidetracking myself from what I'm. So most important thing is you guys, and we have a few more minutes to talk about you, Rob. Tell the audience what they should know about you, and what they should expect from you.
What you know about? I like long walks, walk beach. I enjoy peanut butter. Let's see.
You're sick, puppy. I love it.
Pretty much, I think the easiest way to describe me is what you're going to hear exactly from me. I'm a real person. I don't enjoy people who try to butter people up or fake people or anything else like that. I like genuine people, and I always try to surround myself with that type of a person. Anybody else is, I'm not a fan of hating. I don't hate anybody. It's just there's more people that I rather stick myself with positive people and good people who want to stick with the real items from
Cool.
time to time.
I'm sure you like sports. Who's your favorite team?
I'm a Giants fan, and thank Luis. I don't even know what the end of the game is. I put it on the DVR so I could record it, and so nobody could tell me anything what's going on. But
Okay.
but we're going to keep my. I kind of narrowed it down because we used to do so many shows that it's so hard to watch as many games as I would like to. But I always I got to watch every Giants game, so I try to always.
I love it. I'm a Giant fan myself, so I'm with you there 100%. I just wanted to say that so people can really hear that from you. Okay, so this is cool. This is very cool. What's your sign? Some people want to know what's your sign.
Mine is Aquarius.
Yeah. Aquarius. All right. What about you, Joy? What's your sign?
I'm a Cancer.
Caution curbs.
Cancer and Aquarius actually get together, and they actually is that true? Right?
I've been.
We've got a great partnership. So yeah, my nature as a Cancer, I'm like Earth Mom. I mother and take care of everybody around me all the time. But I'll also tell you something about Rob that he didn't say. He's got a really big sweet tooth.
Oh, well. True. Sweet tooth, like what?
Yeah.
What?
Anything. I'll skip half a meal if I could have 20 desserts at the end of the day.
But you keep in shape because you have to be on the stage. When you go on the stage, you actually are exercising. You're running around. You're doing your thing. So you have to keep in shape.
Just so I can eat more donuts later. That's
And okay, all right. Yeah, I can't do that anymore.
You want a story? Okay, we performed at this feast in Brooklyn one time, and somebody brought cannolis, and they were like the best.
Right. Licking your face.
He took the cannoli out of my mouth and ate the other half of it. I was like, give it back.
Would have just offered it.
Oh, this is so cool. This is so freaking cool. I love it. Al Magliano says, at one show, Joey brought me on the stage for a few seconds, and they were singing, obviously. Come on. What the hell do you think they were doing? I felt like Bob Hope when he was with Raquel Welch. Wow, that's called freaking awesome. I love it. I like that story.
About for years.
And he's brought you into a stage many, many times, Al Magliano, obviously. Yeah.
Yes, he has.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. I like him a lot. I don't care what anybody says. Al is top notch as far as I'm concerned. You know.
And every time every time he organizes like a karaoke party at his house, last minute Rob and I get a gig and we can't go. So
Oh
we're still
shit.
trying to get to Al's to do karaoke.
Here's part every party Al throws. We're going right up to the last minute. One of my kids would get sick or something. I don't,
Oh,
well,
that's awesome.
eventually.
What do you what
We'll
do you
get Al.
what do you have to say to the new generation that is waiting on the sidelines to be able to perform with that energy that you guys portray? What's the secret? I mean, obviously there's ways to maintain yourself. You have to respect the what you do very much and be consistent. And what do you have to say about that?
I guess like I would my personal I would say just staying true to the actual music that you're actually performing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of the energy. There's only so much, again, going back to the fakeness, there's only so much you could fake. You could get through one song, maybe you could fake it, but if you don't believe in the song that you're singing or performing, and you're never going to ever be able to portray that energy, you know what I mean, to
Right.
fulfill that spot,
Yeah.
you know, that
Even though
very
you are
important.
singing, product from, from a group called Lime, you also are involved in the industry and listening to what's going on out there. You can't help but to listen to all of that. Are you impressed with anything that's going on right now? If you guys, anybody, you impressed with anything? Who's who are you listening to?
Who am I listening to? Um, I mean, I always liked, as far as recently what's going out now with the little more the alternative groups and stuff like Young the Giant. I think it's a very good new up and coming group. They've been out for a couple of years now. I wouldn't say but there's a lot of newer. I always like to hear like a cutting edge type of group that's you could tell they have some classic roots. You know what I mean? Where they're getting they're pulling from the past, and adding their own flavor to it. You know.
Right. No, I understand that. Oh, he just went off, but
Okay.
he'll be back. But it's important because I believe that what you guys do has made this industry kind of supporting it so much. Vinyl has gone up in sales. Vinyl is coming back. The sales of turntables are back, and so on.
Yeah.
And so that's the important part of being doing what you guys do because people wanted the nostalgia, going back into the day. Going back and remember. I have an incredible amount of music here that kind of I wake up in the morning and I feel like listening to jazz or any other genre of music, and I am able to go there and put it on the turntable and listen to it, put that needle on the record and feel the warmth of the analog sound.
Yeah.
And I think what you guys are doing is so important. Please don't stop doing that. I mean, obviously, I'm asking, something that you guys continue to do. But please, that is important, Joey and Rob. Thank you so much. You know,
Thank you. You.
you know,
Just,
ladies and
just people
gentlemen. Yeah, go ahead, Rob.
doing it. I was saying, as long as there's people coming, we'll keep doing it. That's the main thing.
They will, without a doubt. Anything that you should say at the last minute, please say it now because we're coming to an end.
Okay.
Uh, Go ahead, Joy.
No, so you go ahead. I went first before.
I was just. Well, you did bring up Franz's mom. Franz is such a great friend of ours and great people, and she was just also bringing it. There's nobody that's ever going to be 100% prepared for something like that, and she's really having a hard time with it. It's not like it's going to be an easy thing, but we wish her the best with her recovery on her loss.
Right.
And she's part of this family also, so it's I feel personally, a soft spot for her, and at this time. Another person is Noel, freestyle artist. He was in a bad
Uh,
motorcycle
oh, I
accident.
heard that. Yes, true that.
A great guy. We've been in touch a lot from the days he got all his surgeries done. Now he's more in the recovery stage and everything too. But that's a painful recovery. You're talking about he had like a collapsed lung, broken ribs,
Wow.
broken wrist. He
Wow.
has he has had actually face bone had to be reconstruction. It's a lot of pain that you're going to go through. So that's another one of we wish a speedy discovery
Good.
for him was.
Good. Wishing them well. Wishing them well. Joy,
Mhm.
last word.
I think that my last word always has to be gratitude. I want to thank everybody that allows Rob and I to continue doing what we love to do, and have the fun that we do, and the fulfillment that we get from it. So I literally, and I know I speak for Rob too when I say that the both of us are just filled from our toes to the top of our head with gratitude on a daily basis that we have the great fortune to be able to do this. And if there was anything that any advice, I mean, who am I to give advice? But if I was going to give advice to anybody that wanted to be in this industry, it would be to train like an athlete,
Hmm.
take amazing good care of your instrument, whatever your instrument is, and make smart decisions, but go with your heart, because I think that when you're in front of people, and you're exposing a part of yourself, if you're not being real, to say what Rob said before, people know. So put your heart in what you do. Take care of yourself. Take care of those around you, and keep at it.
Beautiful words, ladies and gentlemen. It's been indeed my pleasure to have spent this hour with two very dear friends, very talented people. And I can't say thank you enough to Joy and Rob. Thank you so much, you guys. You make my day, and I'm sure a lot of people enjoy what we had to say. I'm not an interviewer, I'm just a guy who has the opportunity to speak with my friends. And we wanted to just bring a little, you know, something to them, and give them, a good day. And let's keep on trucking. Let's keep on doing. Lime will be back on the stage real soon. And ladies and gentlemen, just remember one thing before I say thank you. LOV is the message.